I certainly felt like when I watched videos like this, I started to feel like I wasn't alone, and that made me feel better.
So since he last updated, it has just been getting worse.
Today is the day where I get my rash sorted. Nick and I are going to the hospital to finally get it diagnosed. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how I managed to get my skin looking like this, because at the moment I think it's pretty good and I don't really have much going on with my skin anymore. I'm happy with it, and to go from a place where I was like so depressed about it to here, I've been getting a lot of DMs about just how I managed to do it. So I'm gonna break this video into 3 different sections, and one's gonna be my story. The next one's gonna be exactly what I changed about my lifestyle to get to this, and then the last one's gonna be like recommendations on everything I talked about, and like how you guys can go and like maybe if you're suffering from it, or maybe you get it one day, like you'll know exactly what I did and like the good things to do. So I'm gonna start off with how I actually cleared up my skin. And we're gonna start off with nutrition. Obviously you guys know that I'm a trainer and I like nutrition, and genuinely I eat healthy every single time. There was a few things though that I did change, and number 1 is going to be no dairy. I cut literally everything about dairy out. So if you don't know, cows produce hormones and then it's just unstable when it comes to like acne. So yeah. It actually also flared up my rashes, and like it's just not good for your digestive system. I don't think we're actually meant to be consuming any sort of dairy anyway, so yeah, I think it's like poisonous to our system. So yeah, cut that out straight away and notice some really good changes. I only use cashew milk because almond milk destroys the rainforest. Okay. I increased my salad intake. That just means like fibrous, like greeny, lovely vegetables. It's really nice. Keeps you full, and also it's very good minerals and vitamins for your body. So exactly what you need. And I also cut out all my diet drinks. I have not had diet drinks in literally maybe a year now, maybe 2 years. I don't know what they put in there, but every single time I have one, I feel really sluggish and like just down. So yeah, just cut that out, and it's really helped me out a lot. Drink water, hydrate yourself. That's another really massive thing about your diet. If you haven't watched one of my videos, put it on screen right here. I have 3 glasses of water, like when I wake up in the morning. Shower, you can watch the video, just know my morning routine. It's really good for hydrating. Of course, I went on Accutane, and that's how I originally got rid of all my acne. No one really knows what I went through, apart from the ones that obviously had it, and I got every single side effect probably possible. You guys know that most of my videos were very like oily and creamy face. It's because I put petroleum jelly all the way over it, because anything kind of dust that got onto it would make it itch like mad, and I used to itch it in my sleep, and petroleum jelly is not good for your skin. Like in fact it acts as a blocker, so no good nutrients, and it can't breathe basically. But I used that until I found my cream that literally got rid of my whole face. As you can see right now, well, you can't really see on camera, but I have like a little tiny bit left here, and my rash here still hasn't gone 100%, but like it only flares up when I shave, and it's normally really good. It's nothing like my whole face was before, but the cream is called Pecrolinus. I'm gonna put it on screen right now because I probably pronounced that so wrong. But yeah, it's really helped me out, and basically what I did was I went to the doctor after trying literally everything. Waited like 6 months for a GP appointment. It was ridiculous, and he spent like 10 minutes. Yeah, I did actually a whole video on that right here as well, so you can kind of see my horrific experience with that. But actually, what he did recommend me really worked. So yeah, kudos to him, even though I didn't really like him. He wasn't a very nice person, but yeah. Today is the day where I get my rash sorted out. As you can see, it's still here. So I'm actually going to a proper dermatologist today to get my eye looked at. Basically, this cream they use to treat atopical eczema, which is, in my case, means outside of the skin, I think. You know what? Definition on screen right now because I don't know. So the next massive thing that I changed about my whole kind of routine and diet is I use a really nice skin cleanser. Now, I could have probably gotten a sponsor with this if it really mattered, but I think, you know, rather than having a sponsored video, I think if I can tell you 100% that this is not sponsored, you guys are going to believe me a little bit more. So I've been using this now for the last 2 years, and especially when suffering with acne and really horrible skin rashes, it's really helped me out a lot. And it's just a gentle skin cleanser, pretty good. It's, you know, it's not the cheapest one, it's definitely nowhere near the expensive one. It's a really good price range for what you're getting. Highly recommend it. It's helped me out a lot. On top of that, I use this moisturizer right here. Again, Not sponsored, I've only picked it up since I've been here in America, and I noticed my rash was flaring up a little bit, so that's when I first used this moisturizer to settle it down, rehydrate the skin, and it's actually the first one I've used that really helped my skin and my skin didn't react badly to. So again, from my preference, definitely go use it, highly recommend it, see how it works for you. And then the final thing that I actually changed was my exercise levels. As you guys know, I always exercise, but there's a different kind of contrast to this. So exercising really does release good endorphins into your system, makes you feel a lot better, especially if you're dealing with some sort of acne, skin rash, whatever it is, especially on your face. You're most likely feeling a little bit down, and again, if you're not exercising on top of it, I know it's hard work, but once you get into it, give it 2 weeks, exercise really does release good amount of endorphins and you can feel great. And this is one of the main reasons why I wasn't a completely depressive person. Even though I was pretty depressive, it really did lower my stress levels. When my stress levels were so high, I was really noticing a lot of flare-ups. And if you don't know how to exercise, then basically just look in the description for the link, come train with me, or you can visit my Instagram on screen right here where I post daily workouts. Just do 10 minutes, get it done. A little bit of a plug, but I hope you don't mind. It will really help you. Now going on to my story behind it, I left it till second because I didn't know if you would be interested, but if you are interested, it might, you know, make you feel like you're not alone, because I know I certainly felt like when I watched videos like this, I started to feel like I wasn't alone, and that made me feel better because I know how horrible it is. I know how depressive it can be at times. As I said, I woke up every morning with just feeling awful when I looked in the mirror, so just want to say you're not alone. Like, everyone, you know, it's normal. These things happen, but if you work hard, and you can help minimize it, I guess, if not clear it all up. And if you can't clear it all up, then, you know, it's fine. I still have it on my face and it flares up a bit here and there, and there's so many other imperfections that make you who you are. So that's my message. And yeah, so my story. When I was really young, I actually wanted acne because it was like a sign of growing up. Bad mistake, bad mistake, and I put dirt in my face and stuff, and that just made it worse. But then I got to the stage when actually acne started to develop normally. I was absolutely screwed because I just didn't cleanse my face basically, and it was a nightmare. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I had it, and then I couldn't get rid of it. It was a big problem, shattered my confidence levels. I couldn't talk to someone. Actually, it happened all the way until uni, where I could actually start to kind of look at someone in the face when they were talking to me. It was that bad. So I went to the doctor anyway around 15 years old when I was taking my GCSEs, tried every single cream over the course of about 3 years. Nothing worked, from steroids and different tablets and blah blah blah. And I eventually got to the beginning of my university year, and they put me on, finally, Accutane, because it was evident nothing was getting rid of it. And I basically went on 20 grams of Accutane for around 4 months, and then 40 grams for around 40 months. But yeah, as I said earlier, it destroyed me completely. I'll get onto that, but yeah, I literally had all the side effects and they're pretty horrific. So Accutane actually really did work, but then as I started to get off of it, I broke up with my partner Nick, purely because Accutane, one of the side effects is mood swings, and I was just completely up and down, crying one second, really happy the next, so apologetic the next second. And you know, he supported me so much, and it just got to a point where our relationship just wasn't right for both of us, purely because my brain chemistry was all wrong through these tablets that are very strong. Basically, they rip all of, like, they put so much vitamin A in your body that then it dries up and then your body stops producing the chemicals that are acne prone, something like that. And you can research it. Of course, I'll leave some things in the description. You can really read about it, because don't take my advice. I've only been through it. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, I broke up with him, and obviously we're back together now, but they just are so strong. And if you're not a mentally stable person, I wouldn't recommend it. So I was a completely happy person before. The only thing that got me down was my acne, so therefore I had a good decision to go onto it, because I knew that it was my skin that I needed to clear up, and without my skin issues, I would probably be a lot more happier. So then it took about 6 to 8 months to recover, on top of the 6 to 8 months that I was on it. So it really was like my skin was cracked and peeling for like 1.5 years. It wasn't great, and obviously through my uni year I had like my whole rash start to develop, which was a side effect of the tablets basically, because they dry your skin out so much and like there's no amount of moisturizer that's gonna fix it. Basically it got super infected and I had eczema, literally severe case of eczema. Obviously it was all over my face, and that destroyed my confidence even more. So I went from taking a super strong drug to get rid of one of my insecurities that destroyed my confidence, to then getting off of that, breaking up with my relationship, and then having another skin issue that really destroyed my confidence to, if not even more, and having that for around 2 years before I found the solution which I talked about earlier. It sounds like a nightmare. It really does. It sounds like a nightmare. It was honestly one of the depressive times in my whole life, probably, especially shattering to break up with my boyfriend, to be at uni, trying to make YouTube videos alongside all the coursework and stuff. It was a really, really horrible time. On top of that, I was probably working 18-hour days because I knew that I wanted to not work in a shop and instead do YouTube videos because they were so fun and I loved it. So yeah, on top of all of my like good levels, actually got pretty good grades at uni in my first year. I knew I really wanted to do bigger and better things, so yeah, I was going through all of that during uni. It was a really, really hard period, of course, relationship breaking period, and just want you guys to know, like, if you are suffering to my extent where I had bad skin or acne or whatever, you got to be ready for it. You got to really, really sit down and think about the pros and cons, especially if you're coming up to a year, like your first year of uni maybe. Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know. And finally, do everything I said in the video and you should be okay. Again, please check out the description for all the links. I'm gonna put some research down there, and I really, hopefully, like, fingers crossed that helped a lot of people out there. Again, you can talk to me on Instagram if it did, and you want any other advice about skin. I'll be happy to tell you anything that I kind of went through, because I know how bad it can be for some people. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the very next video. I've never done that before, bye.